Hello everybody and welcome back to another Bricks Bros video. Today in this video I will be doing a tutorial on how to light your Lego city. So I will be going over some of the methods that I use to light my Lego city, starting from a couple easier methods going up to a couple more complex methods. So let's get started. So the first method will be the easiest, and that will just basically be a stick and click light, or any kind of flashlight will work. So these are, I think, like $5 at the most, and you can probably buy them at Walmart. So all you do is basically stick them where you want. Mine does not have the sticky part anymore, but you just stick them wherever you want and they will light up the building. So I'll go ahead and take off the roof of the brick bank, and I will show you how this one works. Okay, so if this one had the sticky stuff on it, you could basically just stick it to here or wherever you have a lot of room. But since I do not have that sticky part on it, what I'm probably going to do is you can either put it in one of these apartments right here. Let me kind of take this off. So you can put it right here, and then that will light up this part of the building. You're not, most likely, it won't be able to light up the whole building just because it's not a very high-powered light. What I did before is I put it on the ground floor, actually. So I'll go ahead and move the camera so you guys can see that. Okay, so I put mine right down here, and that pretty much lit up the whole bottom lobby area. It's kind of hard to see because it's so bright, but once it gets dark, I will show you how that looks. I use the same technique for this building, except I use a flashlight. You can probably find this at a gas station or at a Bass Pro Shops or any outdoor place for about $2.99, maybe $3.99. But the way I do this building is I just stick it in the stairwell like this, and then it just shines down to these two floors right here. And then if you want to light up the back of your building, if people won't see the back of your building, you can put the flashlight going through there. Or you can just set it in whichever room you want. So say you want to light up this entire floor, what you can do is you can put it just like that and it will light up most of the floors. Or you can do it like that to light up the detective's office. So just a very simple, easy way to light up your buildings. But if you want to get a little more advanced with it, I suggest this next technique, which you will see right now. Okay, so this right here is my modified Grand Emporium. It has 2 extra floors on it. And to light this, well, this system is more for larger buildings that you have a long area that you can put a light strip into. And the light strips are actually the next technique that I will go over. And this is probably a little bit more difficult because you have to wire everything, but it's much easier than the battery powered system because you don't have to go around turning each little light on individually. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a light strip so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. So these are light strips that I got from IKEA. So these are very good for large buildings, like I said, but they have to be large buildings because, as you can see, they're relatively long, so you have to have a large enough space to put these. And basically what I was talking about with the wires is you have very long wires, and you kind of have to figure out a way to hide the wires in your city. So what I'm gonna first do is I'm just gonna turn it around like this, and then I'm gonna just take off all the extra floors except for the bottom floor. So now we are going to this is how I hide my wire in this building. I just open up the bottom door down here, and then I just thread the light up through that. So I kind of just go like this. It's a little bit difficult because you have to get it right at the right angle, but it's possible. So I just thread it up like that, and then I have to position it into place up here at this part right here. So I'll go ahead and get a different angle so you guys can see that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it right in this back corner right here so that it lights up most of the floors. It should light up all of them. That's what it did before. So I'm just going to get some tape and tape it right there. Okay, so when you're taping it, you don't want to tape over any of the small lights. You can kind of see those right there. It probably won't focus, but you can kind of see those little lights. My finger's right under one right there. There's another one right there and there. So you don't want to tape over those just so you don't affect the amount of light that you get. So now I'm going to kind of have to put the camera down so I can go ahead and tape that. Okay, so if you're going to be lighting up this building, you want to make sure that it's right in that right position, and then make sure that you don't tape over the lights once again, just so that you have the brightest possible light there is. And the one problem with this is that you're not going to be able to take the floors off when you are doing it, because the light strip has to be taped to each floor. Or you could kind of, I guess, try not to tape it, but it's kind of difficult like that. So you want to have it kind of like that. I'll go ahead and get a better angle. So I have repositioned the light so that it now shines down, and I realized with the other floors I wouldn't be able to have it back in that corner because of the little balcony area that goes around those. So if you are going to be lighting up your Grand Emporium with IKEA light strips, be sure to put the light on the side. And you also have to take out the escalators, just because you can't really, it would get in the way. Okay, so after that you want to just put the other floor right over top of that, just like so. And I'll go ahead and move out so you can see that. So you can see that the light strip just goes all the way down the building, and then we'll do that with the other two floors after we tape this one on. So as you can see, we have the light strip running the entirety of the building, and some of the light will come from here to leak through these windows, so it's not a problem that it doesn't go the entirety of the building. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys kind of the more complicated part of this. Okay, here's what our final product looks like with all those lights, and once it's a little bit darker you'll be able to see the light on the top floor too. But it's just a really nice yellow light, which is what I kind of like about these IKEA strips. They're not like that white LED, they're kind of that soft yellow light. So it looks pretty good in a very cool way of lighting up your city. So I've suggested it, and with one switch you can also light up all the other buildings, which still need to put lights in these two skyscrapers again. But yeah, just with one switch right here, I can just switch on and off both of the buildings. So a very, I guess, time-saving, instead of going through each individual building and turning on the flashlight or stick and click that you have in that building. Right now we have the FDNY tin truck. The design credits for this go to Sven, but I have lit this up with brick stuff lights. So this is probably the most advanced way of lighting up anything in your city. These are for the smaller lights like headlights and all that other kind of cool stuff. So as you can see, they are very small. They fit under a Lego brick, and they look very, very good once you get them together. So you won't find these anywhere else. You kind of have to go to their website, Brick Stuff. Life Lights has a couple. There's a couple other companies, Light My Bricks, I think. So quite a few other companies that do this kind of stuff. But these are very good for all your small lights, and the cool thing about these is they have like a little control panel right here, so you can change the light pattern to however you want, and you can speed it up or you can slow it down, which is really cool. So lots of you know, choices that you can do with this form of lighting. So I really don't know how to light up mocks with this. I actually took it to their booth and they did it for me, but it's a cool thing to look into. They also make kits for different kinds of buildings, like they make a kit for the Grand Emporium to light up all the lights in that. Same with the Ghostbusters HQ and a couple other buildings. So that is pretty much the main methods that I use to light my buildings and vehicles. So you have the first method, which is using a stick and click light or a flashlight. You have the second method, which is the second in complexity, with using LED light strips and wiring them. And then you have all the brick stuff lights and the miniature, very small micro lights. And here comes my dog. But yeah, lots of choices that you can, you know, have with the lights. And now I'm gonna go ahead and finish up making or putting in all the lights in my city, and I'll go ahead and get back to you once it's dark outside and once I have all the lights done. Okay, so here's everything with the lights on, and I think it looks really, really nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys each of the techniques and where they come into play. So right here, this is the simple stick and click $3 light. And as you can see, it does a fairly good job of lighting up the building, especially the bottom floor right down there. And it is still a little bright outside, but it's really an easy way to get a nice little light in your buildings. And now if we go on over here, you can see we have the lighting strips in most of the buildings over here. So as you can see, it looks really nice, nice soft yellow light. We have one in the Grand Emporium, one in that skyscraper, and it's not designed to light up the whole building because the whole building wouldn't be lit up. There's only like that little part right there. And we have the residential tower, Sven Tower, and the city is a mess. That's for next city update. But then we move on to the most advanced form of lighting, and that is the brick stuff lights, the very small lights that you see all around the city, and the very small, hard to light areas of the city, like the billboards up here. So that is the more complicated version. So now I'm gonna go ahead and give you a few cool shots of the city. Okay, so that will pretty much wrap up this tutorial on how to light your Lego city. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you found a good lighting solution for your own city. And stay tuned for the Lego New York City update coming next weekend. And you're going to be seeing all the updates that I've done in the city, and I've done quite a lot in the city. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Bricks Pros video. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them down below in the comment section. Be sure to give a thumbs up on this video and click that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.